again, it's Brian Gormley with another edition of Where in Greater DC. We film all over the Greater DC Baltimore area. Sorry for all the background noise, it's a little noisy here. So I'll do a little bit of shouting and try to listen as best you can. Hopefully this comes through okay. We give away a free prize for the first person who guesses correctly our filming location each week, and send that guess to support@cornerstonepropertieshomeinfo.com. That's support@cornerstonepropertieshomeinfo.com. We're going to give you a little 360 here in a second. It's a little bit busy today. There's going to be an interesting race here in a couple of days over Labor Day weekend, and I hope everyone enjoys their Labor Day weekend. Speaking of which, my wife and I are going down, in case you're in the neighborhood, to go to Virginia Beach. There's a rock and roll half marathon this weekend, and both of us are running if our legs hold up between now and then. Yeah, it's amazing as you get older, your body. I mean, I always used to make fun of my parents and oh yeah, whatever, you know, knees, hips, whatever. And now it's like, you know, I'm groping around. So anyway, pray for us, and hopefully we'll make it through. If you're in the area, come out and cheer. There's a lot of bands out there, and there's going to be a lot of activity in this area too. So enjoy the race wherever you may be. This week, dressed up a little bit because we're actually involved in some litigation, doing some foreclosure defense work, and we've talked about foreclosure defense in the past, but this week we're actually in court filing motions to try to stay a foreclosure. And turns out, you know, you would think that Maryland, of all places, would be very liberal, right? It's a liberal state, very favorable to homeowners. There's a lot of legislation that's on the books now that is homeowner protective. There's a mediation statute. There's a whole sort of set of procedures that you have to go through to foreclose, much slower than, say, Virginia, and even DC, although DC got embroiled in that whole title company mix-up last year. With the you know, the DC Council having these extra requirements, and it's screwing up the title companies. But Maryland, you would think, would be the best of them all. As it turns out, if you look through the cases, and as maybe many of you know in legal parlance, the way this works, right, is you have statutes that are passed by a legislator, and sometimes you have administrative rules of some variety or another. In this case, judicial rules. And then you have cases, and cases are decided by judges, and they form the platform for how it actually works on the ground. So, you know, it's great that there's a statute, but if the courts are all deciding against homeowners, then it doesn't really matter what the statute says. If they're all, you know, very sort of going to slam down any potential threat to the foreclosure mills. And as it turns out, that's kind of what the practice is. I did a fairly thorough case review to prepare for this litigation, and you know, as it turns out, I didn't find one case where in the Court of Appeals, which is the highest court in Maryland, or the Court of Special Appeals, which is the next highest court, it's the Intermediate Appellate Court, that had a favorable result to the homeowner. If you can believe that, I can't. So every single case got a homeowner slammed, either a post-foreclosure sale when you actually filed exceptions, or pre-foreclosure sale when you're trying to file some sort of injunction or other relief. So in our case, we're filing an injunction, or trying to get one, and a stay of the foreclosure proceedings, and even a dismissal of foreclosure proceedings. There's actually quite a few grounds we have to potentially reverse the sale, but you know, even there, it's tough sledding. It really is, and it was very discouraging to me. And I thought that I would share that with everyone, because what you don't want to do, in case, you know, sort of lesson learned, is wait until the last second to deal with your house issues and your mortgage. You want to deal with it a lot sooner, at the very latest through mediation, because that's really your last and best opportunity. Not technically your last, but practically speaking, maybe your last opportunity to really get something worked out with your bank. So that is it. Feel free to email us questions about specific cases or specific postures that courts have. It was very depressing doing the case review, but that's the lay of the land right now. So I'm going to do a 360. Feel free to send those guesses. Support Cornerstone Properties, homeinfo.com. Don't forget, Don't forget, we negotiate short sales for free for agents and homeowners alike, so just get in touch with us. I'll be happy to chat about your specific situation. I will talk to you soon. Bye.